Wow, they even made sure that their villain resembled Putin as much as possible.
What have you done?
Servus Freunde, my name's Jimmy Cage, and Red Sparrow is a film from another time. They don't make something like this anymore, or at least it's very unusual. It's a brutal, R-rated mystery thriller with basically no action scenes. It's not like John Wick or Atomic Blonde, but there are similarities in tone for sure. It's a long and slowly paced film, and it's definitely no Black Widow-like espionage adventure. It was almost refreshing to see something this serious and heavy, but only almost, because there's also something I thought they wouldn't do anymore, and that's a blatant anti-Russia propaganda film. That it even has a release date there is really surprising to me. Red Sparrow opens up with a beautiful parallel introduction to both our protagonists. Joel Edgerton is playing the CIA agent Nathaniel Nash, who is just about to meet an important Russian contact of him, while our star Jennifer Lawrence enters the stage as beloved ballad dancer Dominika Egorova. But before she does, she meets Matthias, Schoenaerts' character, and for a second I really thought the movie might take place in the past, because Schoenaerts is made up as the spitting image of Russia's president Vladimir Putin. I like Matthias Schoenaerts, he's a good actor and he's good in this too, but there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that he should evoke the image of Putin in your head. But that's not who he's playing. Instead, he's the uncle of Jennifer Lawrence's character Dominika and working for the Russian intelligence. He's the one that's soon forcing Dominika into becoming a so-called Red Sparrow, a weapon in a global struggle for power, as Charlotte Rampling, headress of the Sparrow School, puts it. The more appropriate name for the facility, as Dominika later puts it, Whore School.
Take off your clothes.
Director Francis Lawrence has made 3 out of the 4 Hunger Games, and once again he puts Jennifer Lawrence in a horrible position that she didn't choose but will hopefully make her own through the course of the film. She's living again in a world that forces her to take a path she never chooses for herself. Red Sparrow is a film about espionage, power and deception, and I was asking myself after I left the cinema really let down if it was just me and my personal taste, or if the movie was really that dry and lacking any kind of joy for most of its runtime. To be honest, super serious espionage thrillers aren't one of my most preferred genres, but that doesn't imply that I can't enjoy a good one. I really like Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy for its mysterious, puzzle-like narrative, or the classic The Spy Who Came In From the Cold for its atmospheric take on the Cold War. But Red Sparrow soon began to bore me with its cheap attempts to shock the audience with psychological and physical torture and abuse, and its clear black and white characterization. It may want to try to create this tense constellation of different figures who are all helping or harming our heroine in one form or the other, but at its core it really can't hide its simplistic portrayal of the perverted villains. In the first third there are at least 3 instances where someone orders Dominika to take off her clothes.
Take off your clothes.
Take off your dress.
And the film came across as this gruesome exploitation stuff, but without the fun of it. But on the other hand, it didn't feel empowering either, even if Lawrence of course gets the upper hand later on. I thought her performance was really strong, but at the same time the constant abuse and power plays got really tiresome. So I can't really say the movie offers a deep psychological analysis, but it's also lacking any real interesting or meaningful depiction of espionage or global affairs. And with its simple dichotomy between the good, Joel Edgerton as the American, and evil, Dominika's uncle and the inhumane system of the Russians, it also never gets too exciting or tense. Well, I admit that there are some scenes that really got me engaged, and overall it's a pretty beautifully shot film, and the classical score of James Newton Howard was quite mesmerizing. So I'm definitely looking forward to listen to it again. But I won't see Red Sparrow a second time. With almost 2.5 hours, it's really dragging, and it felt too manipulative to earn any kind of real response, at least for me. I'm really curious to see where this movie will land, and if the majority of the audience will take to this one-sided thriller. Just to be clear, I'm not a friend of Putin, I'm not a communist, and I think Rocky IV is an awesome film. But Red Sparrow was just too cheap. I forgot to mention that the movie is based on the novel of the same name by Jason Matthias. I haven't read it myself, and I wonder if it differs in any meaningful way. If you know, please let me know. In German I'd say, Red Sparrow wirkt leider viel mehr wie ein einseitiger Exploitation-Propagandafilm als ein spannender Mystery-Thriller. I give Red Sparrow 5 out of 10. It's more like 5.4, but I don't do that.
I'll find a way.
This also means that for the first time this year I suggest a few other films to you, because whenever a movie scores less than 6, I give you 3 better flicks. The first one I already mentioned, Thomas Alfredsson's Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. My second pick is the German Oscar winner Das Leben der anderen, The Lives of Others, that is set in 1984's East Berlin. And my last suggestion is not a spy film, but because of its extremely serious and tense nature, it fits nevertheless. Jean-Pierre Melville's masterpiece, Le Cercle Rouge, The Red Circle. Alright, that's it. Like always, comment below and let me know what you think about Red Sparrow. And also let me know what's your favorite Jennifer Lawrence film. You can hit me up on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram simply at TheJimmyCage. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like. And make sure you hit that bell for all I have to tell.